It is a football Friday. Look, I'll tell you what I'm not going to do here. Not going to sit around here and talk shit about Gavin Newsom in California because we got a ball game on Sunday. I appreciate all your patience, by the way, yesterday. And all kidding aside here, man, I got to start the show off with this. Xander told you guys to go over to my DM on my X account, and I must have received over 300 people sending us, making sure, hey, Big Sills, we got your back. We made sure we got the shows back. We made sure that, hey, we're here with you. Don't worry about it. I got to tell you, man, I can't thank you enough for that. I've never had a listening base like this before. I mean it. You guys care about the show. And I thank you. Hey, by the way, even my haters came to the rescue yesterday. So I was shocked. Even goes, Sileo, I hate your fucking Eagle takes. But hey, bro, let's go, man. We got a game on Sunday. And I said this, and I emailed the guy back, or I texted him back, and I said, hey, man, you're the perfect listener for this program. Okay? Look at LJ, right? That's the kind of shit I got right there. I still hate you, fat boy. Hope you're okay. See, man? That's exactly the kind of people we love here on the program. You know why? It gives the show an edge. And I dig it. All right, let's get into it. I have some bad news on my way back to the National Football Show with Big Sills. I don't think this is going to be, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. By the way, the next 4 hours are powered by my good friends at BetUS. Please hit the like button. The first 15 minutes are some of the most important. And as you see Tyler here, all supers go to the top. There's no need to hide now. There is a date with Mr. George Halas on Sunday. He's talking about the Halas Trophy. For the first time all year, I'm here for the truth. Are we good to go, says Tyler. Very nice knowledge, my friend Tyler, because you're right. The NFC Championship Trophy is named the George Halas Trophy. And in the AFC, it's the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Nicely done. Hit the like button. Here we go. All right. Oh, do you guys remember what I said prior to having the communist country of California shut the show down? Do you remember what I said? Hey, man, if I'm the defensive coordinator on that Redskins team, what did I tell you I was going to do to Jalen Hurts? That I was going to hit that guy and put as many fucking hats on him as I possibly could. Fast forward. What did Joe Witt, the DC, say? We're going to hit this guy, and if he runs the ball, he better be expecting it because we're going to put some hats on him. Hey, Joe Witt, somebody's watching the show there with the Commanders. Somebody's watching it. I hate that Commanders thing. Sorry, the Redskins. Somebody's watching the show because we said that. Sills, finish your rant, please. We're good, 41-33. I appreciate it. Is that the score you got for Sunday's game? I love it, man. Hurts is in trouble. They know he won't throw under pressure. Oh. Hey, man. Let me just say this to you. I love Joe Witt. You see Jalen Hurts. You hit that fucker. Hit him. Hit him and hit him often. Man, do I love that. Now, give me some scores on Sunday's game. And I'm going to make my prediction here. Give me some scores. Give me some scores. Okay? Men are going to get hit this weekend. Yes, sir, senor. This is going to be a big This is going to be a big boy pants game. 27-17, 28-10, 40-23 Birds. 27-24, 31-28. All right. Hurts completed 71.4% of his passes against the blitz this season, and he still sucks. And he still sucks. He completed 71.4% of his passes, and he still sucks. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's awful cool of you, man. Thank you very much, Martin. Thank you, man. All right. Here is my takeaway that we have been waiting to tell you. I don't think you could have a better honorary captain walk out to the center of the football field on Sunday than Big Dick Nick. Nick Foles is your honorary captain in this thing? Yeah, man. Every time I see Nick Foles, you know what I see? It can happen. I think that also motivates Washington a little bit. If Nick Foles can do it, I can do it. Nick Foles is an inspiration. He is. Oh, we lost our MVP. Holy shit, we have no chance. Didn't work out that way. Funny how sports works like that. It's the greatest reality TV show on the planet because you know why? This thing's not scripted. You never know in a big game what's going to happen. You got Joe Witt talking shit about hitting Hurts, not injuring Hurts, hitting Hurts. The Eagles are wounded. You got high drama in this. Here, Nick Foles is your honorary captain. The defensive coordinator of the Washington Redskins wants to pound Jalen Hurts into the ground. The Eagles are wounded. Will Landon Dickerson be the center? Will Tyler Steen be the left guard? You lose Dean. Q's banged up. AJ's not healthy. And you walk into this game, and this game's got high drama in it. Hurts is playing for respectability. And Jaden Daniels is playing for his future. Can you imagine if that kid makes it to the Super Bowl in his rookie year? You'll call this the greatest rookie quarterback in pro football history. This is all great drama. See what Philly Don says? Cam's practicing today. That doesn't mean he's healthy. He's practicing. Goddard's practicing. Great. You're a banged-up unit heading into this game. Glad to see you back, Sills. Jurgensen, Goddard, good to go. No, I'd say they're go. Good to go? I wouldn't say good to go. Okay? I think the Redskins are more on the healthy side than what you are entering this game. Okay? I think they're more on the healthier side, and I think they're playing hotter football than you. Great drama. Great drama. Now, let me be fair here. I still think you have, by a slight edge, I think you have the matchup that favors you in all of them. I still think you have the favorable matchups, even with you being not healthy. Okay? Somebody goes like this. Who's healthy? Well, I think the Redskins are healthier than you. I get it. They lost their star guard. Okay? I get it. You lost your star linebacker. You're playing a backup. One of your corners is injured. Your center is not fully healthy. Your paper mache tight end's never healthy. Your quarterback is limited. I don't know. How do you feel about it? Jayden Daniels is not limited. This is going to come down, again, this is going to be a close one. And here's my prediction. On Sunday, this will be a game that will go back and forth. And it will be a great football game. However, with the Eagles being as banged up as they are, I've got the Washington Commanders 28, the Philadelphia Eagles 26, and the Washington Redskins move on to the Super Bowl and win the NFC Championship. How you doing? Yes, sir, baby. Dan Sileo's back in the shop. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. Making history. The Washington Commanders and Jayden Daniels ride their way to New Orleans and win the NFC Championship. You see, I got part of that wrong at the beginning of the year. I said that the Commanders would, that's funny, cut the power. That's pretty fucking funny. Cut the power. Hey, I got it wrong. I said the Commanders would win the NFC East. What I meant to say is that they would win the NFC. How you doing, man? That's where we're going here. That's how you're looking at it here. I think you're too injured here. And I think that, remember what Sanders said last week about something that would make the Rams have an advantage where their talent, which is not near the talent that the Eagles have, what would be that equalizer thing? You know what I think the equalizer is in this NFC title game? Is health. If your quarterback can't run, which I don't believe he will, you're not beating them. You're not beating them. God forbid, Cam is not a 70% quarterback. So the quarterback, the two most important people. How about this? The two most important people that touch the ball the most, the center and the quarterback, are injured in an NFC championship game. Right? How you doing? Woo! Jayden Daniels, the greatest rookie in NFL history, will deliver the goods. Pretty crazy. You go here. And I'll show you. Get this. I'm not saying you don't have the better team. I'm saying you have the more injured team heading into this. Everybody knows. Here's where the only advantage that really Washington has is at the quarterback position. Last week, that difference was almost good enough to beat you. Now you're more banged up than you were a week ago. Okay? By the way, that's 6 points too. For those of you out there, how you doing? You might want to drop a C note on that. Here, look, the only advantage. Commanders quarterback. Jayden Daniels is superior to Jalen Hurts. Superior. Brian Robinson and Austin Eckler, that's a nice tandem. Are they in the room with Barkley? No. Terry McLaurin, is he anywhere in the room as AJ? No. He's a great player, though. Oh, my God. The guy He strikes again. He had 75 yards last time against you guys. And you have Jahan Dotson. By the way, AJ's got 3 freaking catches for 20 yards. Big-time players show up in big-time games. Let's see what he does. How you doing? Sills, Vegas got some money on Philly. Never go against Vegas. All right. Okay. I think you're banged up. Homie. I think you're too banged up in this game. Okay? I think you're too banged up. Here's my boy. All supers go to the top. Please hit the like button. I believe you're correct, Sills. The Redskins are very locked in while the Eagles look very unlocked in. Redskins 35-22. Hurts season in flames. Yeah. Back with a vengeance. How you doing? Let me see here, man. Anywhere in the offense? Oh, Zach Hurts wants a piece of your ass, too. Let's see here. Oh, right now, Zach Hurts over Goddard. Probably I'd take that. Maybe I would take Zach over Goddard because you don't know if the guy's ever going to be healthy or not. Defensively, Milton Williams over Farrell. Yeah. Deron Payne over Davis all day long. Jonathan Allen over Jalen Carter. No. But Jonathan Allen's a great player. The linebacking core is better than Philly. Dante Fowler versus Josh Sweat. Dante Fowler had a better year. The corners, well, Q's injured. I do think Slay's had a great postseason so far. I do. Give him his kudos. I think CJ's had a good one. I do. I think CJ's played well. Jalen Tebow going to bring us to the Super Bowl. 185 yards, 2 TDs. Who cares how the hell it looks? That's right. Hey, by the way, does anybody in here believe that the linebacking core in Philly's better than the linebacking core in Washington? Does anybody believe that? And you're not the number 1 defense right now, Scott. You know why? You're missing pieces. You're missing a major part of your defense, Nakobe Dean. You take any pieces off that team, Oren Burks doesn't make you great or keep you the same. That doesn't make you. You got Wagner and Louvu. Both guys were second-team All-Pro. Okay? I didn't say Eagles weren't better on defense than Washington. I said that difference is – by the way, Marcus Latimer versus Slay. Probably Slay. Not by a lot. I think Latimer's played great ball. Okay? I do. I think Latimer's played pretty damn good ball. I would take the Eagle defense here. I'm not saying Washington's better than you. Not at all. Really, the only place they have the advantage is probably Dante Fowler with the pass rush and the linebacking core. Latimer's a great player, though. Okay? AJ owns nobody right now. He's got 3 fucking catches. He owns nobody. Nobody cares about last year. He has 3 catches in the bowl game. How you doing? Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about what Nick said. Okay, well, let's do this then. Guys, do me a favor. Please hit that like button. Health is wealth. Correct. It's a great take. AJ technically owned. That has no bearing on how he. AJ Brown has sucked in the postseason. He has sucked. Lattimore's played great ball. Okay? This guy shut down St. Brown and Mike Evans in back-to-back weeks. How you doing? How you doing? He's still A.J. Brown. No, not when you got 3 catches and 24 yards. Okay? Whoa! Little pump! There was reports of an identified person dropping off bags and bags of crayfish and tied shoes at the NovaCare. Jalen Hurts too occupied to play. Look at my boy Pump. Hey, Pump, let me say this. Hey, give me the line. Give me the line on what you guys think Jalen Hurts' numbers are going to be on Sunday. Let me get this. I want to see. What do you think the number? Here, I'll give you mine on what Hurts does this Sunday. Dude, Jaden Daniels is so much better than Hurts. It's stupid. How many? Hey, let's see here. Here's mine. And by the way, I say Jalen Hurts has 2 picks in this game because he can't run. 2 picks, 129 yards passing, and 25 yards rushing. And this will cap off a horrible season for him. Oh, shit. Oh, man, what a nightmare that would be if he ends up doing shit like that. Holy cow, man. Darth Vader. I would definitely go at Smitty. And Goddard first and use AJ as a decoy. Darth, I think that's what they've been doing the 2 previous playoff games. That's what I think they've done. Sills, please pick the Redskins. I've already done that. 28-26 Redskins. We don't do Commanders and politically correct here. That shit's for IP and the Fanatic. Oh, by the way, thank you, Philly Godfather, who will join us at 5:30. One of those radio stations actually contacted me. How you doing, Dan? My power's out, but hey, how you doing? That's what that means. How you doing? If I told you how many times people reach out to me, how you doing, Dan? What's going on? Because you know what happens when you start getting to the next conversation with Big Sills? That sphincter muscle, unlike JAKIB, gets a little tighter. And you kind of can't get that nail in there anymore about doing something. So you just leave it out there in the ether. See, at least JAKIB had a backbone and went, yeah, okay, let's do this. Boom, how you doing? Now everyone's like, hey, I really love the kid and I want the guy. But, I just can't get that done. That sphincter muscle, it's really tight. Big Sills will make you perk you up a little bit, won't he? Ooh, you get a little perky up a little bit when Big Sills around. You get a little nervous. How you doing? I get it. I understand. Watch out there. Big Sills said that on the air. Holy shit. I'm like the old school guy. He said that on the air. You got to be kidding me. Yes, I said that. Washington Redskins 28. Eagles 26. Hurts goes for a dud. Daniels numbers. 252 yards passing, 68 rushing, and 4 touchdowns combined. How you doing? Look at this guy. Jalen Hurts, 200, what yards? 270? You got to be kidding me, man. Look at this. Jalen Hurts is averaging 92 yards net passing. And this guy, Connor, thinks Hurts is going for 240. You know what? Hey, you want to hear people on my network and on the radio and in print media in Philly? You want to hear something? They always go back to the Pittsburgh game. They can't go to other games because that's the only game they can go to. Well, he was great and he showed it in the Pittsburgh game. Yeah, okay. Name me 5 other games that he did that shit in. Time's up. You don't have one. This guy's averaging 92 yards a game net passing. And wait a minute. Hey, Kyler, you're in here because you're one of the very few guys that will be honest in here. How many sacks did he have in the Ram game? 5, was it? So he had, 7 last week? Now he's got a bad knee. So Jalen Hurts has averaged taking 6 sacks a game in 2 playoff games? So wait a minute. Jalen Hurts has taken 12 sacks in 2 playoff games and a safety. Wait, 12 sacks and a safety in 2 playoff games. Could you imagine if Josh Allen or Mahomes did that? They would have been blown out. They would have been blown out. That's right. And still won. They win in spite of your shitty quarterback. Why do people think you aren't an Eagle fan if you don't say Hurts is going to throw for 500 and 5 TDs? I keep it. Yeah, that's it, Darth Vader. If the guy's here, Darth Vader, honestly, if Jalen Hurts goes for 162 passing, okay, and he's able to muster up 40 yards rushing and gets 3 touchdowns, game's over. Eagles win big. Eagles win big. If he has no turnovers and he could throw for 162 and 40, you're going to win. That's right. What people don't want to hear is this. He is a small piece. No, that's not fair. He is an enormous piece in the run game. He ain't going to give you that this weekend. Jalen Hurts is not going to give you that this weekend. Am I wrong? Hurts is playing with a knee brace. Do you believe Jalen Hurts? Here, I'll do one of the prop bets now. Does anybody believe that Jalen Hurts will have over 60 yards rushing? I do not. I do not. So if you limit him, okay, get this. Where's that guy? He said this channel is filled with Eagle haters. How in the world does that guy think that I've said negative things about your team? I haven't. Broken wheel quarterback that can't read defenses is a recipe for disaster. Where did I say you don't have the advantage at every position, that you don't have a great? Hey, by the way, I'm not going to sit here, Marcus, and make you fucking feel better about yourself because you need a reach around your team. I'm going to tell you flat out, one last time, not to make you feel better about yourself. You have an absolutely great roster. Your quarterback is very mediocre. And if you can't handle that, that's a you thing. Okay? Put your body on the line. It's the playoffs. Khalid, it's not just the playoffs. It's the NFC title game. Okay? Okay? Please stop with the corny takes. Holy shit. Corny takes? What corny take? Your quarterback blows as a passer? That's a corny take? That's a real take. A real take. Yeah. Yes, sir, baby. Okay, here. in the last month,
Don't tell me we lost Sills already. Oh, no. Let me see if we get him back. Oh, my God. Sileo is in rare form. That was one of the best opens I've ever heard Sileo give. And I told you guys before the show that he is in rare form right now. Let me see if I can get him back. Uh-oh. He just dropped out. Let's see if we get him back. Let's see if we get Big Sills back. He was going crazy. Oh, my gosh. Let's see. Let me see if I can get Sileo back up. I was not ready to come on. Give me a sec. He texted me, hang on, my cable is now out. All right, let me take a commercial break. I'll call Dan, make sure he's good. I don't think his power's out, so he should be able to get back up. We'll see what's going on here. I really got to get Sileo Starlink, don't I? I got to do that. All right, I appreciate everybody for being here. Hit that like button. Hope you enjoyed the opening 30 minutes from Sills. Nat, if you didn't see it, you got to go back and watch it because Sileo went off on the first 30 minutes of the show today. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Let me call up Big Sills now.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
We noticed that there was mold creeping into our basement about a year and a half ago and wanted to make sure that we were getting rid of the problem permanently. We actually reached out to several different contractors to get it resolved, and actually 2 of them recommended DryTech to us as a long-term solution. Other than the noise factor, we wouldn't even know that there was work being done on the basement level. It's really been a clean process for us.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an Audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
EAGLES. Eagles.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
We noticed that there was mold creeping into our basement about a year and a half ago, and wanted to make sure that we were getting rid of the problem permanently. We actually reached out to several different contractors to get it resolved, and actually 2 of them recommended DryTech to us as a long-term solution. Other than the noise factor, we wouldn't even know that there was work being done on the basement level. It's really been a clean process for us.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
EAGLES. Eagles.
What's up, everybody? I know I'm not Big Sills. We're back here in the National Football Show. I'm waiting to get Sills back on the line right now. He's on the phone with the cable company. I'm sure you guys know he is probably fired up. He said, hang on. So he should be back in here soon. I didn't want to run 3 straight commercial breaks on you guys without at least giving you the update. All right. PI says, fire that bum, Xander. No, PI. Find a new show if you don't like it. I thought Big Sills was on fire in the opening set. Why can't you guys look at a piece of content, a segment like Big Sills put on? That was a masterful segment. People in other sports cities dream of having somebody that can talk sports about their team like that. Be grateful for the greatness of Big Sills. That is my message to you as I sit in here in the National Football Show waiting to get Big Sills back up is be grateful to Big Sills. All right. I'm hoping he gets back in here soon. I'll take a few comments. Make sure we got. Here he is. Here he is. The return part 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Holy cow. You never know what's going to go on in communist California. You never know. Holy cow, man. Thank you guys for your patience, man. I really appreciate it. You never know when it's going to go down. Do me a favor, please, guys. I need your help. AOL, no, it's not exactly AOL, but do me a favor. Hit the like button. We appreciate you guys. Hey, Khalid, me too. Hey, dude, after all the shit we went through, I started laughing my ass off, too. M. Reyes says, boo, 28-26, Commanders. Yeah, Armis, bang. Big Sills. Hey, by the way, okay? By the way, I got it wrong. Hey, guys, I appreciate the supers. Thank you, guys. He's back. He's not leaving. Pump! Hang up the phone. Woo! Okay, we got dial-up Sills. Whoa, what's up, man? Hey, man, let me ask you this here. Okay? Who has the better performance? Sills, get one of those Starlinks. I hear you, man. Okay? Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm so jacked. Nothing could stop us. Nothing. You see, you know what's going to happen here at the end of the day? My prognosticating that the Commanders/Redskins would win the NFC East, but I was wrong. They're going to win the NFC. That's what they're going to do. They're going to win the NFC. The NFC. Whoa. One more time. Hey, look. I personally think you guys, without a doubt, I think you guys have one of the absolutely best, if not the best rosters that are the remaining of the 14. I absolutely think. I know you do. Sills, remember? Sills played with a hurt shoulder. And that Super Bowl run, it's kind of hard for me to say he won't do it. He did play on that hurt shoulder. When he was in the Super Bowl in 22, he did. Hey, I'm not suggesting to you in any way that Jalen's soft. I've never said that. I think the guy's a tough football player. Hang in there, Big Sills. How you doing? Okay? Sills, did you beat up Newsom yet? Not yet. Okay? Not yet. Whoa! Man, am I jacked up. By the way, we're going to take a listen to a little Nikki Sirianni talking about the game also on Sunday. Man, I can't wait. By the way, Mark Farzetta is going to join us. He's going to join us at 4:30, and we'll have the Philly Godfather at 5:30, and we'll have Xander with us. That'll be at 3:30 Eastern. So 5:30 will be Philly Godfather. 4:30 will be Farzetta. Let me throw some of these prop bets at you here. Okay? Does AJ go over 61.5?
There's gotta be a Bob Lang, Howie Roseman job right here. Keep cutting out Sills' internet right now. Let's see if I can get him back up. I don't know what's going on over there, man. I'm over here all the way across the world and in the great state of Pennsylvania, right outside the beautiful city of Philadelphia. So I don't know what's going on over there in California, whatever the heck you want to call it out there, but he keeps texting me, hang on. I'm like, I'm hanging on. Don't worry. But Silio's has been cracking up today, man. He is funny and going off. I want to make sure we got everybody's super chat. Jason 18 says, blow the whistle, bitch. Still, get you one of those Starlinks. I know, man. I have one in my office. I got to send one to him just to have in the meantime. See what Big Sills has to say. So Big Sills, for those who missed it, he missed it. For those who missed it, Big Sills put 28-26, the Washington Commanders will win the NFC and go to the Super Bowl instead of the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you guys think of Big Sills' prediction here? What do you guys think of Big Sills' prediction? I don't know why Sileo lives in California, guys. I can't answer that question. All right. He's entitled to make his own life decisions. Rage bait? Nah, I don't think so. I think Sileo believes that they have a good chance. Sounds about right. Rage bait again. Now, horseshit. Fuck his prediction. We're going to the bowl. Xander, I can't wait to see his face on postgame. We'll see. I hope he's not grumpy again. He was grumpy after they beat the Rams, wasn't he? He was a little grumpy after he beat the Rams. I told him that too. He didn't like that comment. Horrible, just like his Lions winning number. I keep getting text from him saying, hold on. All right, we're going to get Sileo back up soon. He'll be in. He'll be in. Stay patient, everybody. Stay patient, everybody. I hope it works out now. His power didn't come on till 1 o'clock, so maybe it's still tweaking and trying to get up to full speed. I'm not really sure what to tell you guys other than that I'm waiting on Sileo to get back in here. Como, I had the Birds winning 26-23 on a Jake Elliott field goal. All right, and Johnny Mack had 27-22 Birds. So Big Sills is the one of the three of us to pick the Commanders. So we do not have an echo chamber this week. Last week we had an echo chamber. Last week we had all of us pick the Eagles over the Rams. All of us picked the Eagles over the Rams. And Abe says, Xander, you may have to tell him. You may have to tell him to pick the Eagles to allow him to stay on. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. Senor says, Xander, you notice that Nick does not go for 2-point conversion since the Jags game? Yeah, he let everybody else get to him. He should have stuck to his guns, Senor, like a real man would. Stick to your guns if you want to go for it. Now you got Dan Quinn coming in who doesn't care. He doesn't care. He sticks to his guns. Underdog says, Xander, what do you think the chances we get an overtime classic? I guess that's I don't know. Probably pretty unlikely, but it could happen. It could happen. Underdog, how many points do you think we're scoring in this game? I have 26-23 Birds winning on a Jake Elliott field goal. Here he is. The return. Part 3. He's back, baby. Woo! The return, part 3. All right, I'm out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. Oh, my God, man. Hey, wait. This is an epic show going on here. Okay? This might be my best work. Okay? How much you worried about Jalen's knee? A lot. Hey, wait a minute. This is my best work. Okay? This is clearly my best work. Do I know if it'll go on? No, I have no idea. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've been without power for 2 days. My internet's going in and out. I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So, work with me here. Hey, by the way, I got to tell you, I think Bob Lang said I picked the Commanders 28-26 here. I think he's been sending like voodoo. Oh, we can go out at any minute now here because my bars are starting to go in and out. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit the like button for as long as we can here. Yeah, I have no freaking idea. Hey, man, your internet is worse than our passing game. It's pretty compatible. Yes. What's worse, my internet or Hurts' passing arm? I don't know. I'm still hanging with Hurts. I'm going to.
All right, part 4 is incoming because we all know he's going to come back in like 5 minutes with a vengeance again. Start dropping the Big Sills hammer on all the Eagle-ites and the Jalenites out there And it's going to be part 4. How many parts will we have today on the National Football Show? I don't know how many parts we'll have with Big Sills. He's still frozen. Let's see if we get him back up. He just dropped off. There he is. There he goes. Every time I settle in and start to produce, I take the hat off and I start laughing, listening to Big Sills, and then boom, he's frozen again. He's frozen again. Tony's saying 7 parts today. 7 is a little soft. We're already going on 4, Tony. Loki says 9. That's more in the ballpark. That's more in the ballpark there. You're not getting clips today, Zay. That 30, Andrew, I don't know if anybody in here who didn't catch the 30-minute open. All right, he did go 30 minutes with no interruptions at the start. That was fantastic content. I will be taking that and posting that for sure. All right. Let me tell Sileo keeps saying, holding on. Let me tell him to restart the modem because it's not. He just can't. He can't. Between John and Sileo, 2 guys who have no idea how to use anything with computers or internet. Yeah, it's fighting an uphill battle. And by the way, I'm never with either of them. We are all in 3 different locations. No, he's not tech savvy. All right. He's good at other things, KCA. No, he probably does not know how to reset a modem. He really probably doesn't know. All right. Tech support, Big Sills call-in show. We'll see. All right. I'm hoping we can get Big Sills up. I think he's got a couple guests planned. He'll have me on at 3:30, although I'm already giving you guys my segment now. And then he'll have Mark Farzetta at 4:30. So he's got a good show planned. And Philly Godfather, 5:30 for those who bet on the game. Xander, remember, these guys are dinosaurs. I know, but they're my dinosaurs, all right? And I love them. It's the old heads. They don't get technology. I know. You'd think they would. I mean, the technology's been around enough now to know. It's like anybody over 40 is like, okay, the next 50 years of my life, I'm not going to know how to use anything that everybody else uses. Like, learn, old people. Xander, I bet my phone gives off better Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Look, his Wi-Fi is normally fine. He's got good internet. It's just when it goes in and out like this, obviously, it's not good. It's not good. And they're also dealing with a lot. I still got the damn news on over here. Let me mute that. I was watching because I'm trying to see what's going on with the fires out there. They're raging out there in California. So obviously we want to put stills of safety and everything first, but yeah, I don't know. It keeps going in and out. So we'll see. Jessica says, is he near the fires? I think they got a little closer to San Diego, which is where he is. He's somewhere in the San Diego region. I don't know exactly where he is. I know the town he's in, but I'm not sure exactly where he is as it relates to the fires. But replay the monologue. That's really what I should do, Lisa. Let me see if I can pull that. It's a good idea. Might take me a second, though, because I'd have to re-upload it as a clip. That's a great idea, though. It's an excellent opening monologue from Big Sills, and you guys should all hear it. If you didn't hear it, you should. If you didn't hear it, you should, for sure. Some of you guys probably didn't like his opening monologue. He wasn't very forgiving, okay, for Jalen Hurts. He did not go soft on Jalen Hurts, I'll tell you that much. He did not go soft on Jalen Hurts. And he decided to pick the Washington Commanders. But see if I can pull that clip. I'd like to replay it for you guys. Underdog says, I heard it and would enjoy it again. Marcus Dunn says, I didn't like it. I'm not surprised you didn't like it. I'm not surprised. Not everybody likes it. When Sills FaceTimes you, he has the camera turned around looking at the ground saying, can you see me? Correct. All right, let me see if I'll see if I can pull that up and post it, or at least replay it while we wait for Big Sills. He's on the phone with Cox Communications, which is his internet provider. So we will see if he comes back. If not, you're going to be dealing with Big Z for a little bit today. I think he'll be back, though. I do. I think he'll be back. I just hope it stabilizes, obviously. We don't want him to keep cutting in and out, which is a pain in the ass. So hopefully Big Sills will be back. If not, I'll take a few questions from the chat, and then we'll go from there and talk. Obviously, we got an NFC title game, so we got plenty to talk about with this game coming up. I was talking to Sileo on the pre-show. We always talk pre-show. And I can always tell in our pre-show conversation what kind of sills we're going to get. I can typically tell from our pre-show conversation what kind of show we're going to get. And if you go back in the chat at the start of the show, right when I clicked go live for Sills, I typed in, Sills is in rare form today. You're going to get a good one. And he certainly gave us that. So hopefully he gets back up and we'll do it. Ryan says, Xander, if we can't get Sills, will you talk with Farzi? I think that would be good content. Yeah, maybe. I'll see if Farzi wants to join me. I mean, he's already set to join us. So that's 4:30 though. So, that's not for a little bit. Who knows what could happen in the next hour and a half. I'm going minute by minute here, Ryan. Minute by minute, my friend. I'm not looking to plan ahead to 4:30 right now. Going minute by minute here. In this, I asked everybody this on Xander Time this morning on Birds 365, and I'll ask everybody in this chat right now. Who has the quarterback advantage in this game versus the Eagles Commanders NFC title game? I feel like it's obvious, but not many people are willing to go down this road. Who has the quarterback advantage? Eagles Commanders NFC title game in Philly. Marcus says Jalen. Jalen's got the advantage. KCA. Randy, many people come here for Dan Sileo every day. KCA says Commanders, Washington Commanders. Jalen. Stephen Ike says Jalen. It's not close. Redskins. Eagles because of experience. Loki, that's soft. That's a little soft. Reyes says we have the advantage. Really, Reyes? They're not even asking our quarterback to do anything, my guy. How many passing yards do we have in 2 playoff games? And I'm not a yards guy. Uh-oh. Tell me we got part 4. Part 4. Last one was a trilogy. What do you call a part 4? They don't make 4-part series anymore, Sills. They don't do that anymore. Let's get it back on here. The king, the legend, the GOAT of Philadelphia Eagles talk. Your host, Dan Sileo, back in the mix.
Jesus criminy, man. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back. Yeah, this is like Rocky 4, but Rocky 4, I don't know, was that good. Holy cow, man. Guys, I appreciate your patience. Oh, my God. I have no idea how long this thing's going to go. I have no idea. None. I don't know how long we're going to go. Supposedly, I'm supposed to get Farzetta on at 3:30 Eastern. 4:30 Eastern. We're going to get Xander on at the bottom of this hour at 3:30. Then we're going to get Philly Godfather. Will be with us at 5:30. I'm hoping, okay? I'm hoping. All right. I want to let me reset this. If I can, let me reset this here. I want to make it very clear why I'm going for the Redskins on Sunday. Okay? I'm going for the Redskins not because I think they're better than you. I think they're playing better right now than you. And I think they're hotter than you. And I think they're healthier than you. Sometimes it's where you are in the calendar. Do you really think you're playing great football right now? If you're an Eagle fan that's an honest Eagle fan, do you really think you're playing the best football you've played all year long right now? How many people think you're playing the best ball? What stretch of the season do you think, okay, do you think you played your best ball? Coming out of the bye? Get this. Chris says you're playing decent. I think you're playing decent ball too. I'm not saying you're playing bad ball. Okay, I'm not. And for the record, you know why? One of the reasons also I don't think you're playing the best ball. Why is that? Is because your quarterback hasn't been in the game for 2 of the last. You know what? Here, let's do this. In the last month, how has Jalen Hurts played? Well, Silsey was hurt for 2, okay? How well has he played in the last 2 games? Okay. Jaden Daniels has been spectacular. across the board. Spectacular. And by the way, they beat a team that beat the shit out of you in the playoffs, in the Buccaneers. I mean, if you think they're not playing and haven't gotten better, but once again, I am not sitting here and telling you, Sills, you're not saying Washington's got better talent than us. Absolutely not. Am I saying that? Absolutely not. I wouldn't. That's an idiotic conversation. Get this. What's his name just said? Sills, that was regular season. Oh, so last year when you counted the fact that you beat the Bucs and then they beat the fuck out of you in the playoffs, that didn't matter either. Okay? Put Sills back in the Hummer. He had me fired up about D.C. yesterday and how he picks the Commanders, but the power missed you, Sills. Commander decorated. The Rocky statue. It's called, woo, really? Oh. Boy, I'll tell you something, man. These Washington Redskin fans are coming in with a lot of attitude, ain't they? The defensive coordinator's talking shit on you. You got Redskin fans decorating up this Rocky statue. You got that DC Joe Witt saying he's going to hurt Jalen Hurts. Damn. They called what did Bobby Wagner call Jared Goff? He's no better than Kenny Pickett. Right? He said he's no better than Kenny Pickett. Sure made him look like that. They got a lot of attitude heading into this game, and I love that about that team. Dude, I'm going to tell you one more time. I think what you have accomplished this year with that Eagle team has been remarkable. It's been great. The defense, everything that I thought wouldn't happen, happened. The offense, I predicted correctly would struggle in the passing game all year, and it has. Why is that? I think it has a lot to do with Jalen Hurts setting the offensive protections. I think that's been a huge issue for him. Hey, let me ask you something. I want you to put this out there, and I want you to think about this. Even my biggest detractors here. Xander, here's the question for everyone. Do you think anything has any coincidence to the fact that he's taken 45 sacks in 16 games this year, and this is the first year he had to set protections? Do you think there's anything to that? Or do you think that's just coincidence? Do you think that's coincidence? A lot of attitude just to get their asses kicked on Sunday. Watch and see. Cut the shit, Sills. This is fucking Philly. Injuries never matter to us. We're going to go into the bowl. How you doing? Go Birds, is Devin. You think that's got any coincidence that he's taken a shitload of sacks? He's taken 12 in 2 games because he's got to learn how to set protections. And it's been a struggle for him in the passing game. You don't think there's any – watch this. The numbers are down. The sacks are up. He took the same number. He did not. Okay? He didn't take that many. He didn't take 12 sacks. He did not take 12 sacks in the 2 playoff games when he played against New York and San Francisco. That's not true. He did not take that many sacks in the playoffs. He's taken 6 per game in these playoffs. Okay? By the way, he was a more effective passer in 2022. This year, he's been one of the worst. I mean, look at these numbers. These numbers are terrible. Let's take a look at this here. Let's go down the list here on Hurts. Hurts took 38 sacks in 2022, and he took 38 this year. What's the difference? Well, in 22, he threw for 3,700 yards. This year, he threw for 209, 2903. Okay? But this year, he's had to set protections. He's had to set the pass protections. Nobody in their right mind. Hey, and by the way, pass completion and the quarterback rating. My God. Really? Look at AJ. How many people think AJ's had a great year this year? Daniels has to get used to rival games. That's fair. That's fair. I agree. I do. How you doing, Devontae? I appreciate it. Hey, I like going to people who have a different opinion of me. Who gives a fuck? They're in the NFC matchup. Laughing my ass off. You've been saying this all season, and look how far they've gotten. Quit it. Dude, your quarterback's fucking hurt heading in it. Oh, by the way, this just in. Stay it with me. Xander, what day did I say that Hurts was going to wear a knee brace in the game Sunday? Just came out. Jalen Hurts says he is anticipating on wearing a brace on Sunday. I told you that Tuesday or Wednesday? Because somebody in the building told me he'd be wearing a brace on Sunday. That's why I'm also picking the Redskins. I've known this all week, that he was going to play with a knee brace. Says we should consider trading Hurts to the Raiders. Pete Carroll can have this young Russ. We get Max. It's Tanner time. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I see your idea, but I'm not doing that. I'm not ready. I know Tanner McKee. I told you, and Hurts just confirmed it. More than likely, he's wearing a brace Sunday. And I know he's wearing it. I've known it since Tuesday. I told you exclusively on this program that Jalen Hurts was wearing a knee brace. Everyone got a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Bring it on, Joe Witt. We're going to bust your damn glasses and have Louvu in a stretcher. Playing with a knee brace. How you feeling? So wait a minute. Your center's banged up. Your center's banged up. Your wide receiver's banged up, wide receiver one. You're playing with a Tyler Steen at left guard. You lost Dean. Is Slay playing? Is Darius Slay playing? Is he playing in the game? I told you this before. The reason that I'm taking the Redskins is because they're healthier. And I think they're going to have some issues in this ball game, health issues, especially with the mobility of your quarterback. I think if you take Jalen Hurts' mobility away, he's a less than average quarterback. If Jalen Hurts has his running ability, he's an above average quarterback. But that's where it sits. That dude's not going to sit in the pocket and beat you. And now that guy's limited in mobility, I'm definitely going to hit that guy as many times as I possibly can. Bobby Wagner banged up too. Bobby Wagner banged up and Jalen Hurts banged up. Who do you think's more significant to their team's success? Bobby Wagner or Jalen Hurts? Answer that. By the way, so Ed Reyes goes like this. It's fake news that he's going to wear a brace. He just said it in a press conference with the Eagles. It's not fake news. How you doing? It's not fake news. Said it at the presser today. M. Reyes. How could that be fake news? You mean Jalen's lying about wearing a brace?
Woo! 1 minute. 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 1
Oh, let's get to Nikki. Let's get to what Nick says. Xander's going to join us at the bottom of the hour, I think. Okay, this is what Bobby Wagner said too, by the way. Speaking of Bobby Wagner heading into the game, he says this is what you're going to have to do when you're playing against the Philadelphia Eagles and Saquon Barkley. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you very much. With all the turmoil we've had today, you're a new member. Thank you. Hey, we put on a great show for you in your first time watching the program. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I know it's one of the more epic ones we've ever done. This goes into Smithsonian for fucking sports shows. Thank you very much. Yeah. All right. So Bobby Wagner said this. Gonna have to stay with your techniques in a game like this, especially when you're playing against Saquon Barkley. You're gonna have to read your keys. You're gonna have to do everything because Barkley is playing so great of football, man. He really is. He's playing great football. And you've got to stick with your techniques and you've got to stick with your reads. Can't have false steps. Barkley will take it to the house on you. If there's one guy that's on that Eagle offense that's playing exceptional football, like he has since week 1 in Brazil, Barkley's been the best player the Eagles have had week to week in every single week they've had offensively. Nobody's outplayed him. He has just been the best. Every single week, Barkley has played great ball. It's not really close who the MVP of that offense is. It's the running back. Okay? Thank you, Davis. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Another guy. Holy shit, man. Very cool. Appreciate that. You guys hanging in there. So, that's what he said. Listen, there's no doubt they're going to have to do whatever they can to contain Barkley. Hey, one of the question marks that we had a couple days ago, we said, how are you going to defend Saquon Barkley? Those two linebackers, now there's an advantage. If Cam Jurgens is hurt as much as we think he is, and the Eagles aren't going to tell you, but if he plays and he's banged up and he can't get out into the second levels, advantage the linebackers in defending Barkley. I'll say it one more time. This is a health issue for me and a health pick. I just think the Redskins are healthier. Hey, Cliff Kingsbury said it. Got to block Jalen Daniels. Jalen Carter. Got to block him. We got to figure out how to keep that guy and slow that guy down. Stretch plays, counters, stuff like that, influence blocks. You got to do everything in your power to try to slow him down. You cannot let him ruin your game. He is a guy you have to look at that can ruin your ball game. Hey, King, the only gold jacket that Jalen Hurts will ever own is the guy who's greeting people at the Cracker Barrel. Here's your seat. That's the only yellow jacket that guy's ever going to have is a greeter at a Cracker Barrel with that yellow jacket on. That's it. He ain't getting no yellow jacket. He's going to be a host at a Cracker Barrel. Eagles haven't played a complete game all year, and yet somehow they're still find ways to win. Hey, they have. I just don't think you're healthy going in. That's right, man. He'll be wearing that gold jacket at Cracker Barrel. Oh, man. Oh, and by the way, here's Zach Ertz, what he had to say. Zach Ertz goes like this. I signed with the Redskins because I wanted everybody to know I'm still the same guy. Gee, who's that a shot at? That's a shot at who? Say it with me. That's a shot at Howie. Let's take a look and listen to what our boy Nick Sirianni said. So Nick was asked some questions here. And I like when Nick starts getting in there and he starts getting into the rhythm. You know what? What is really crazy is I should probably like this guy more because he's a dick. I should probably like this guy more. I don't know why. Maybe it's, you know why probably I don't like him? Because he goes along with the organization and what they want him to do. Now, let me be fair to that. If I was the head football coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, and they gave me the kind of money they're giving me, and they gave me the kind of opportunity that I have for me to have a great career because they put so many gifted players around me and give me a shot to win, and they're one of the few organizations that care about winning. Would I go along? Probably. You know, when you start making a ton of money, you know what happens? They got you by the cojones. Okay? They got you by the short hairs. If you're not a partner in something, they got you by the short hairs. Because the more money you make, the more you're going to go along. You're not just all of a sudden going to go, fuck that, I'm doing it my way. That's not going to work. Because in the NFL, there's no guaranteed contract. So get rid of your ass. You start acting like a tool, they'll get rid of you, man. They'll move off of you. Figure a way out. You don't think Cleveland's going to move off of Deshaun Watson somehow in the offseason? You know they are. You know what they're going to do? They're going to eat half the contract and move him. You watch that $230 million guaranteed. The Cleveland Browns will be in a hole for 10 years because they're going to have to eat half that contract. For whatever years it is, they're going to be in a hole for about 5 years because they're going to eat half that contract, but they're going to move off that guy. They're going to keep him in the building. This is not going to happen. Restructure and then move him. They're going to fucking get on. By the way, if I'm Deshaun Watson, why in the world would I restructure? No, it's guaranteed. Why would I restructure the guaranteed contract? Guy says restructure. Dirty D goes to restructure. I'm not ripping on you, brother. But why would I restructure a guaranteed contract? I have no reason to do that. Well, because I suck? Well, guess what? That was the coin you flipped. And it landed on bad instead of great. Well, you have to eat that. That's on Cleveland. That's not on Watson. You really think Watson's going to do the right thing? You know what the right thing is? For him to take every cent he has. That's the right thing. The wrong thing would be to give money back. Why would I do that? You took a gamble. I take gambles. Everyone takes a gamble in this on who's going to be bad and good. That's why you draft people. That's why you sign people to big contracts. You're hoping they're going to be this. Hey, by the way, you signed a turd in Bryce Huff. You gambled. You thought you could make him a 3-down player. He ain't a 1-down player. You gave that guy $51 million, and he sucks. $51 million, and he sucks. Okay. Why should Bryce Huff restructure a contract? Why? To give money back? Because you like the Eagles? Those guys don't give a shit about the Eagles. Why would I care? Now, on the other hand, Howie gambled and struck gold on who? Barkley? By the way, you know that $12 million that Saquon Barkley wanted from the New York Giants? How's that number looking right now? That number looks pretty attainable. He makes, what is it, 8.5, 9? Is that what his base is? That's a steal. For a guy who's going to finish third in the MVP voting, that's a fucking steal. Listen to what Howie did this year. So Zach Bond's probably going to finish third in the Defensive Player of the Year voting. Great to see he's on the list of candidates for the Defensive Player of the Year. It's going to be Myles Garrett again or TJ Watt. But that guy makes $1.5 million. Shit, $1.5 million and $8 million for Barkley? Remember this. Oh, wait, one other thing. You know how you guys are going, Sileo said Nolan Smith was a bust. Howie thought he was a bust too. why would you have signed Bryce Huff? You could have kept Reddick and elevated, what's his name? Smith. He didn't think he was good. He didn't even start at the beginning of the year. A 36-year-old guy was starting. Remember that. Nolan Smith wasn't starting at the beginning of the year. Brandon Graham was. Brandon Graham was your starting. Your two edge guys were Josh Sweat and Brandon Graham. Okay? I'm not saying he wasn't. Eagles been proving you wrong all year. No, they haven't. Not really. Their defense has. Your offense is exactly what I thought it would be. One-dimensional and bumpy in the passing game. Dude, your offense has had a very awful year in how you built it. Barkley's the only guy. Hey, the only thing that's different from last year, there's two things. Barkley and the lack of turnovers. The rest of it, it's still the same shitty passing game as it was a year ago. Nothing's improved. And yet you think it's improved. Barkley has hidden all your deficiencies in your offensive game. He's hidden it with a spectacular season. You could make the argument that Saquon Barkley, has there ever been a better season in Eagle history from any player than Saquon Barkley's year? Reggie's 20 sack year? Okay. Who else? Would we not make the is this fair to say that Saquon Barkley's had the greatest season in Eagle history? Okay? Dude, that's great. 200 likes with all the shit we've had go on today. I can't believe it. Please hit the like button. Would we not say this? Can you name me another season? The Messenger says T.O. Didn't he have 1,400 yards that year in like 12 games? He had like correct me. I'm just doing this off the top of my head. Didn't Owens have like 1,400 yards in 12 games? He broke his leg. Then he came back and he had a spectacular Super Bowl. But wasn't that like 1,400? He was trending for 100 catches and like 1,800 yards. Some shit like that, right? But this guy went for 2,005 yards in 15 ball games. Okay? I mean, I'm trying to think of a guy in your history. Quarterback? Randall? Dworsky? Donovan? That 26-2 touchdowns to interceptions year was pretty good. That 4,000 passing yard season by Wentz was spectacular because no receiver had over 500 yards receiving on that team. That was pretty good. Can you not run with a knee brace? Why would you run them? Okay? The Commanders lead the overall series 90-86-6. The two teams have met once in the playoffs, with Washington winning the first meeting in 90 in a wild card, and will face off again in 2024. Thank you. That's good knowledge there. If I'm not mistaken, that 1990, I forget who they were playing in that wild card. Minnesota? They played in that 90 wild card team. Those Redskin teams, you know, when I grew up, the Redskins were always good. I don't ever the Redskins not being bad until Daniel Snyder owned the team. And now they're back to being the Washington Redskins again. They look like the Redskins. Okay? They do. Jalen has ice in his veins. Jalen Hurts is not the reason you're winning ball games. 26 is. All right. So, business as usual, says Nick Sirianni. Landon Dickerson has been taking snaps at center. So let me ask you this. So you're preparing for an NFC championship game on Sunday, right? And for you to move your Pro Bowl, all-pro left guard to center, you don't think that's significant? And his preparation for going against Payne and them guys up front and Jonathan Allen, that he has to go over now and take snaps at center. So you remember what Nick says, business as usual. That's not business as usual. That's not business as usual. Has Landon been taking snaps at center in the playoffs or any other time this year? Okay. No. So you got a guy hyper-focused now. Instead of the guy in front of him, he's got to concentrate on two different positions because it's significant enough to take him off of his game preparation. Players don't like to come out of routines. That's not, when Nick says business as usual, that's not business as usual. He said this, he goes, yeah, those guys will be out there today, but we'll see where they are, him and Goddard. Told the truth there. Now, I do believe in this, and I think that this has been a benchmark for this team all year, and I do think it's been a benchmark, and I think it's a great benchmark. How you play is how you, or how you practice is how you're going to play. I completely 1,000% believe that. Because if you practice great habits, those great habits will translate into being in the playoffs and what you do. Listen, if you do anything in your life, and you do anything in your life, what? And you keep doing it, and you practice championship football, or you practice championship whatever, okay? That to me, okay? That to me is something that you want to, that's what you want to practice. Yeah, Xander, let me finish this Nick thing, and then we'll drop in Xander. I'm a little behind because of the stupid internet here. Morning, Big Sales. Pray Trump sorts your shit stayed out. I'm assuming that's what that meant. Okay? Okay. I got you, Xander. Yeah, this ain't long. He goes like this. He goes, there's no question that the experience, and you see it, the experience of that football team has gotten better and better. And he's talking about the Commanders. He goes, they've just absolutely gotten better. No question about it. Okay? All right. Without further ado here, let's do this, man. I mean, I'm really jacked up about this game on Sunday. I'm really looking forward to it. I think there's going to be one of the best games of the season. I think there's going to be some iconic moments here. You got a lot of people playing for a lot of things here. Don't forget, Farzetta's going to join us at 4:30. And right now, the man who's been keeping this thing afloat today, I got to bring in my boy. He's like, what do you got cooking today, Sills? What does Big Sills have cooking today, baby? The co-host of Birds 365, my friend, Benzie. Xander Krause. How you doing, brother?
What's going on, Big Sills? How you doing, brother?
Did you get what I meant when I said, listen, do I think the Eagles are better? Yes. Do I think the Eagles have a better roster? Yes. But do I think the Commanders are healthier? I do. Do I think the Commanders are playing better right now? Football with more momentum? I do. Is the quarterback playing better? I do. Is Jalen healthy? No. And by the way, for the record, you only get it here on JAKIB and also on the National Football Show with Big Sills. I told you Tuesday he'd be wearing a knee brace on Sunday. He said it at his presser today that he's wearing a knee brace. That's why, Xander, I think this is – now you're talking about something when Nick said in the presser also today, he's like, yeah, man, business as usual. Well, putting Landon Dickerson in the NFC Championship week, 2 days out from the title game and practicing him at center, that isn't business as usual. That's why I've added this up, and I think they're going into this game with a lot of drama, man. They're the better team, but I think they're the more banged-up team heading into this game.
There's no doubt some of those injuries are going to have a play in this game. I think the biggest one, though, is Jalen Hurts. I mean, Cam Jurgens was back at practice today. I was a little concerned about that yesterday. We did a report from John at night, about the practice, and he was kind of like, Cam's missed 2 days. He was nowhere to be seen, and it's a back. You know how backs get.
You
get a back injury. That's not ideal. So I feel better about Cam Jurgens being out there. I think you're right, too, though. I mean, the two guys that touch the ball the most, though, Cam Jurgens and Jalen Hurts, are both banged up. I mean, that's not ideal. But look, I agree with you when it comes to the legs. Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback when he has all his assets.
Absolutely.
And Jalen Hurts is not a guy that just sits and dissects defenses from the pocket. It's never been his game. It's never going to be his game. All right. And without those legs, now I think how much you think he's going to run? Like you said, if he gets 40 yards, you think he can get 40 yards? You think how much you think he's going to be moving? Or do you think it's going to look like it did on the freaking safety when he's standing there like a duck in the pocket?
I think it's going to dictate on how well Barkley's running. If Barkley can carry all the mail, I don't think they're going to run him much. But I think if Barkley gets stopped, and what I mean by stop, if they hold him under 119 yards, 105 yards, and they hold him in there like 101, 90, somewhere in there, I think Hurts is going to have to run. And that's what I think they're going to have to be a feel in there with Kellen and him. And also Jalen making the decision to run. I think that's going to dictate it on how well he gets. Me, if I were them with an injured quarterback from the lower body injury, I would want to get Barkley established immediately in this ball game. Yeah, not Goddard, not AJ. I'd want to get him established because that will open up that slant and that will open up the rest of the passing game a little bit, whatever they need to do. Goddard's banged up too going into this ball game. So that's also concerning in the run blocking game. Okay. So, I mean, people don't give him enough credit on how good a blocker he is in the run game. He is a big factor. And when you got a guy like that and you've got your center, like I said, Xander, center quarterback exchange.
Yeah, well, that's a little easier for the Birds just because they're in pistol so much,
Yes.
So it's not as hard. If it's under center a lot, that's a big thing. But
they are for tush push.
That's true. I don't know if they're going to run the tush push.
I don't either.
It's a game-changing thing.
Right. I mean, if the quarterback and the center are hurt in the tush push, are you going to run it?
I don't know. It's a good question. JT Philly would remember. Nice. Appreciate it, bro. No, it's a good question. And look, we line up every game 1st and 9, basically, with the tush push. Yep. We don't have that. I mean, I don't know. That does change a lot of your offense. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. So that's the biggest injury for me. Dude, if this team loses this game, I don't want to hear excuses either, though. Like, I'm not about to say, oh, Jalen was banged up on the knee. No, there's no excuses coming into this game. If this team loses, if this team fails, squanders this opportunity with a team coming off a 4-win season, comes into the link on the NFC title game and wins, they should be ripped to high heavens and deserve everything Big Sills will be giving them all offseason long. I don't think that's going to happen.
How about this, though? You said something last week about the Rams. You're like, Sills, could the snow level the game a bit for the Rams? It did.
If they needed it, yeah.
Okay, well, don't you think the injuries kind of level it for the Commanders here in this? I mean, it can't hurt that Dean's out. Q's going into this game banged up. You've got AJ not 100%. You've got your center and your quarterback not 100%. And you're going to be playing with another dude at left guard over Payne and Allen. I don't know, dude. I mean, that to me kind of helps. I still said it. I still think the advantages are with Philly. okay, across the board. But I think they're closer than what they were 2 weeks ago because of the injuries. I just think it's
that's
closer.
Fair. But they're dealing with injuries too. I mean, they got the the Cosme guy in the middle, who's their best offensive lineman. He's done. I mean, he's out. Well, who's going to block Jalen Carter? You know, I'm telling you,
Huge question.
Their only strategy for blocking Jalen Carter is basically having Jaden try and scoot out of the way or roll out to the right or whatever they might do to try and get him. So, no, I mean, there's no doubt that the Eagles are definitely a little bit banged up. Goddard's going to be fine. By the way, did you hear what Slay said today? You were on the air, so probably not.
No.
So Slay spoke to Ashlyn Sullivan, I believe her name is, from NBC Sports, and he said, you know, after speaking with my family, I'm 85%. 85% was the number he used playing next year, but it most likely will not be in Philadelphia. So this is probably going to be my last game in Philly.
They knew that when Rosenhaus put that deal together, that this would be the last year. And in my opinion, they've been prepping for this, and they probably
Why not bring him back? Why not bring him back? Hear me out. You got a guy on the roster this year.
I think they want to put the Gene out there.
Well, that's fine. Then I would still do it. I would still. You got a guy on the roster now, Avante Maddox. What's he make? I mean, you got a guy like that on the roster. I'm not worried about the price tag. How he's going to figure all that out? I mean, what's the cap going to go up to? $280 million this year. It's $255 now. Might go up to 275, 280,
somewhere north of 280, somewhere
in there. I mean, Brian says he's 35. No, I get it. I know a lot of people want him to go. I think he's been pretty good, man.
He's picked his game last month. I thought last year he stunk at the end of the year, and I thought he kind of wobbled going into that 22 Super Bowl season too. This year, I think he's played really well, man. I mean,
he's still tough cover, man. He's a tough dude to beat for these quarterbacks. Matthew Stafford tried picking on him.
It'll be a tough replace.
Yeah, so I don't know. It'd be interesting to see, but I did want to put that out there. You know, we're a little banged up, though. Back to your original point. We're a little banged up. Nothing crazy.
Just on Slay, though. Let me finish that up there. If Slay came back and took three less and then put incentives around it, I wonder how open the Eagles would be to something like that, because all you hear about Nick talking about what a great teammate he is, how he helps the younger players. There's a reason that he's been voted the team captain every year that he's been in Philly. I got to give Howie credit here. You know what they did with him? They gave him the reason that they play that defense the way they play it is because of Slay. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. That zone defense that they play, how many better zone defensive corners can you name than him?
I know. I 100%. Dude, he's been pretty lights out this year. I know people are like, "Oh, they're ready for him to go." I understand
because he's been in and out of the lineup, and he's been
and I think eventually you got to turn the page. I mean, you drafted 2 defensive backs last year. You drafted Keely Ringo in the 4th round 2 years ago. I get it. I do understand the football side of it. You know, Pumper said I'm too sentimental. I don't view it as sentimental, Pumper. I value older players that have experience when you have a younger
and that still have gas in the tank.
Right. Even Brandon Graham. How much did Brandon Graham give you this year? You know, I thought he was good when he was here.
Bringing it back if he wants to come back.
That's what I'm saying. I value that type of guy in the locker. I'd rather have an older guy that doesn't play, that has a pro, all pro level career or a potential Hall of Fame career that can teach the guys something, than a guy like Avante freaking Maddox or a Tristan McCullum or dudes that don't hit the field that have no freaking value. You know, I'd rather do that. So I guess the price tag has to be right, though, for that.
Yeah, it does, especially at the age.
Yeah, McCollum doesn't cost a thing.
But again, one of the reasons that they play that zone cover corner the way that they do is because, look, he's not a press corner. And that's one of the criticisms on why Detroit traded him was because they, wanted to play press, and he's just not a press guy. But he is really one of the better guys with a technique when it comes to that zone cover. In my 4 years, it's been 4 years already that I've been covering this team.
Yeah,
I'll say this to you. I don't remember
5. I think we're going on 5.
I don't remember anybody, Xander, that got the best of him. Can you?
Best of Slay?
Yeah. This guy shut Jefferson
he's had
down.
Moments of getting beat this year, but nobody's beating up on him like a drum. Like last week, he had that big catch he gave up at the end of the game. But I didn't really think that was his fault. I thought that was pretty good coverage. That was kind of a freak play with the way that unfolded.
But then he got Lewis catch that Puka catch.
But then he got the better of Puka Nacua though on many other plays in that game. I mean, even the first play of the game, he broke him up. The last play of the game, 4th down, that Matthew Stafford, that guy was covered up. Slade does a good job, but I get it. I get both sides, but we'll see what happens with Slade.
I do too. I do too here.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels heading into this game. He's obviously playing better than Jalen, and he's hotter than Jalen right now.
And it's not particularly close.
And the way that they have really molded him for this moment here, I mean, you know how everyone says that there's intangibles? I think this kid's got intangibles too, but I just say this. I am still going to lean on Hurts with the experience, the highs and lows of being through it. But dude, I think losing a Super Bowl has more influence on a quarterback's ability to understand what not to do than winning a Super Bowl. And I'll tell you what I mean by that. I think people learn by failure. I don't think you learn constantly by success. I think success is great and all, but don't you learn more in your life, Xander? You tell me all the time about moves that you made that maybe you wouldn't make today, or some of the things you look at and some of the things that you did when you guys started JAKIB.
Oh, my God.
Right?
My God. I would have done so many things different.
But you're better today than you were then.
Yeah, that's true. Look, that's part of life, isn't it? Man, that's part of life. You learn.
Well, that's what I mean. I think Hurts has gone through a really – being his job taken from him at Alabama, having a transfer, losing a Super Bowl. Those are pretty significant things. He lost the national championship game too. So Jalen Hurts has lost the national title game, and he has lost a Super Bowl. So, I mean, that to me is experience.
No, it is. It is experience. But that doesn't mean that's not this overwhelming thing that's going to, because I had that experience, I'm going to come out there and win that game. It's a nice factor. It's a nice thing to have learned from. But, it's like the intangible conversation with arm talent. Which one do you want? Jaden Daniels is playing great right now. He's the red hot quarterback. So I hear what you're saying. I'm not taking that away from Jalen Hurts. I think it's important, but it's not everything. It's certainly not everything. It's good to have that experience. It's good to have been there. But if you don't go and get the job done, what does it mean? It doesn't mean shit.
Did you see that stat on Hurts that in his 9 years of playing since Alabama, he's had 8 coordinators?
Yeah, I saw that. That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Yeah. That I mean, you kind of do this for him. Then you do this, man. He's accomplished all this, and he's had 8 different coordinators in 9 years of football, dating back to college. That is, I mean, look at Mahomes. How about this stat, Xander, for Sunday? Am I right when I say this, that this is either the 7th or 8th consecutive AFC Championship game that Patrick Mahomes has gone to since 2018? And he's been the starter. He's gone to the AFC Championship game every year.
Dude, he's 16-3 in the postseason. Think about that.
He's had 1 coordinator the whole fucking time, though.
Wait, hear me out on this. Patrick Mahomes could lose in the wild card round for 10 straight seasons and have a better playoff record than Peyton Manning.
I know.
Think about that for a second. Patrick Mahomes is really approaching rarefied air really quickly. So it's wild, man. That dude just keeps winning. You got them winning this weekend or what?
No, I got the Commanders winning.
No. I'm not talking about Eagles. Commanders. Have you put that
by
out?
the way, all supers go to the top. We'll read them at the end here. Him beating Lamar like that last week. I think he does go in there and win that. I think Allen goes in there, and I think he puts a show on, and I think he ends that run. If you're going to catch Kansas City, you're going to catch them now. I think Buffalo wins that game, and I think they move on to the Super Bowl. And like I said, if the Eagles do get in there, Eagle fan base and Bills fan base on Bourbon Street, holy fuck. Hey, you won't have enough cops.
Wait, so here's what I'm picking up. You picked against the Chiefs last week, and you're picking against them again this week. You're 0-1 again. I mean, everyone says, why pick against the Chiefs? You did it last week, and you lost, and you're going to go for it again?
You're going to go for a three-peat. I just can't believe it.
All right, so here, let me play out a scenario for you in a second, all right? Let's say both the favorites win this weekend, and it's an Eagles-Chiefs rematch. Are you going to pick the Eagles in the Super Bowl?
No way.
They're not going to three-peat unless they play the Eagles, is what Sileo is saying to you.
Yes.
And if you pick Chiefs, if it was Chiefs and Commanders, you'd be picking the Cowboys.
Because Andy against the Eagles, no way.
Yeah, you know
but Josh Allen. And plus, you know what? I'm going with the quarterback in that game. The quarterback in that Bills-Kansas City game, to me, is the difference.
And it's Josh Allen right now.
And it's Josh Allen.
You know who was amazing the other day on your show? We didn't have a chance to talk about it because you didn't have a show yesterday. Joe Theismann.
Oh,
Dude,
man, was he not? He is so
I was getting ready. I was getting ready for the night show, right? That comes on at 6. So it's kind of a double producing scenario.
Yeah.
I'm doing you, and then I'm getting ready for another show. And Pat, who's the host of the other show, is like, "Yo, what are you doing over there?" I was like, "My bad. I'm in complete la la land listening to Joe Theismann, who was on fire in that segment. He was really good. He was really freaking good.
He really was. Couple props before we get to the supers, guys. All supers will be read. Please hit the like button here. All right, Xander. I'm going to ask Farzetta and also Philly Godfather this. So I'm going to ask you these. A.J. Brown, over under 61.5 receiving yards.
I'm going to go over because I think it's a law of averages here. Is he going to have 3 straight games under 60? I
think he's hurt too.
I think he's hurt too. I do, but I don't really care, man. I'm going to go over on A.J. Brown.
Terry McLaurin, over under 64.5 passing
Over.
receiving yards.
Over. Stop. Over.
Oh, you think he's going for over 100?
I think he's going over 64.5.
Yeah.
I think he's going over that. That's for damn sure. I don't think Eagles fans. The one thing I don't like about some, and it's just not everybody, but there are certain Eagles fans, and I get them a lot on my Twitter. Like, they just won't give other players. Like, guys, it's the NFL. Like, there's good players on every team in the league. Terry McLaurin's a badass player, man. He's a good freaking player. He really is. And he's a leader on that team. He's a good leader on that team.
Ertz.
Anytime touchdown.
Over under 33.5 receiving yards.
33.5. I think it's going to be right about there. I'm going to take over, and I'm going to take a touchdown. I'm going to take over a half a touchdown if you give me that. All right. I think Ertz gets into the end zone in this game.
Barkley, 140 total yards. Over under.
Over.
Oh. Hey, dude, this guy's on some sort of iconic.
I know, because saying that is crazy to so easily taken over at that number. But don't you agree?
Yeah.
And that shows you how good he's really been this year, that we're at a point where we say 140, and look, everybody says over. I mean, that's how good this guy's been. We're easily taking an over on 140 freaking yards.
Man, he's just been unbelievable. Jaden Daniels, over under 54.5 rushing yards.
All right. What you just said is key. All right. If they go under, I think the Eagles win the game.
Yep.
If he goes over, I think the Commanders have a really good chance, and it's going to be a fourth quarter game. Now, I'm going to take over, but I'm still going to take the Birds to win. But I'm going to go over because this Jaden Daniels kid is good, man. I like this Jaden Daniels kid a lot. And, without Nakobe Dean, okay, what does that do for the running back, the quarterback running game? Okay. If Jaden Daniels breaks pocket to the right and Nakobe Dean's not out there, Nakobe was pretty good in space.
Yes.
He was pretty good at tackling. He had missed a couple, but I'm going to go over with Daniels because of that reason.
Jaden Daniels, over under 222.5 passing yards.
What was it? 200 what?
222.5 passing yards. By the way, Jaden? I got these from BetUS.
From Jaden or from Jalen?
From Jaden.
Okay, I'm going to go over on that.
So you got a guy going for 250 yards passing and over 60 yards rushing.
Yeah, he's their only chance.
The Birds are going to win.
He is their only chance. You understand? This is Josh Allen in Washington, okay? This is what this kid is doing, and nobody's ready to give him credit because he's a rookie. I'm ready to give him credit. He's going to have a great game. I think we're a better team and are going to win in the end. That's why I picked 26-23 Eagles, and we're going to win on a field goal. It's exactly my projection. It's exactly the whole thing I've thought about. Jaden Daniels, though, is going to go over 220 yards passing. That I can 100% promise you. And if that's the bet on BetUS, sign up now, use the promo code YouTube150, and take it. And take it. Make some money for yourself.
Jalen Hurts, over under 179.5 passing yards.
I'm going to go under. We're 4-0 in the playoffs with him under 155.
Yep.
We're 0-3 with him over 250.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to go under because I think this is a game you hand the ball off to Barkley and you let him go eat. And that's why I picked him over 140 because I think Barkley's going to have 160 to maybe even more, closer to 200 all-purpose yards from scrimmage in this game. So I'm going to go under on the passing yards there for Jalen, which could be a problem. I will admit it could be a problem.
Finally here, rushing, Barkley, 125.5 rushing yards in this game, over under.
I'm going to go over in that again. I think
what do you got for like 150, 160?
I think 150. I think right in that 150 range. I think, look, here's what I think. I think
26
he goes
receiving, something like that, like near
no,
180.
No, hear me out. I think he has one big touchdown of 40 plus, and I think he has 24 other carries for a combined 100 yards, 5 yards a carry, 120 yards. I think he's got 150, 160 in this game. I really do. I don't see how the 30th ranked run defense in the NFL is going to line up and stop this offensive line and that running back for 30 carries. I don't see it. Maybe they'll get the better of him on a couple carries here and there. Barkley will inevitably break some. He'll have some intermediates, and he's going to get his number.
Hurts's wheels will be the key in this game. Can he or can he not be a factor? And if he can't, it's going to make the game closer, dude. It's just, if he can't be a force in the run game, Washington and Dan Quinn are going to know it. And that is going to be, because look, you ran for 285 last week.
Yeah.
And look what happened.
No, game close. That's my fear. People are, why is this game close in Xander's opinion? Because I think if this game is eerily similar to last week's game.
Yeah.
In the sense that if the Eagles have 280 yards rushing, you would say that they should blow that team out. 280 yards rushing you should destroy that team. But they didn't. We were within 13 yards of losing the game to Matthew Stafford. I think Jaden Daniels. Right. I think Jaden Daniels is a mobile version of Matthew Stafford right now coming into this game. So if you make it a fourth quarter game, I'm not in a good. I'm going to be. My heart's going to be racing.
He's playing like Josh Allen right now. Is what he's playing right now.
Yeah.
All right, Xander, let's do these super chats here, man. I appreciate everybody. By the way, please. Hey, by the way, this is my best work of all time here on JAKIB with the in and outs we've had here. This is the best. Okay, this was something like out of vaudeville, man. This was like a holy shit, nice job.
Dude, your open was money, and everybody got mad at me for saying that. I'm like, hey, just appreciate good sports content. I listen to sports content all day. All right, I know good sports content when I hear it. JT Philly became a legend member, so that's our top.
Wow,
that's our top membership. Yeah, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Here we go. Where were we? Did you get this one? Eagles have been proven. Yeah, I think you did. How you doing? Let's see. Morning Big Sales got that one. AJ and Smitty drop sitters and 3-0 line penalty.
What's that mean?
AJ and Smitty drop sitters and 3-0 line penalties. I guess he's saying the O-line can take some penalties?
The O-line take
Well, we did have a couple big penalties last week.
And there's going to be drops. Hey, Mr. Kiwi, do me a favor. Put it over here on the right-hand side here. And Mr. Kiwi, Big Sills, and Xander will read it anyway. Thanks for the super, brother.
All right, good stuff. Here we go. Bob Brown. Sills, 40% of our 2K O-line is new. Mailata and Dickerson work well together, but Dickerson is the lead. How will Jordan play with Steen? Our QB is hurt, but our MVP, the O-line, is a bigger issue. I don't know, Bob. I think Cam's going to play.
I think he's going to play, but how effective he's going to be on the scoop and slip getting up to the second and third levels when you got a guy with a back issue here. Now, look, I'll tell you what, too. He can wake up on Sunday and feel 65, 75% better than what he did. That's how wild backs are. I mean, this isn't a knee injury. So, Xander, this is probably spasms and shit like that that he's experiencing right now. So That's going to be a game time decision on what kind of health he has. Steen, I remember Barrett Brooks when Barrett was on our network at one time. He said he just doesn't seem tough enough. And I don't think it was tough enough. I just don't think he's aggressive enough.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of improved a little bit. I'm not out on him. I actually think he's been pretty decent. But, I mean, he is not aggressive like the rest of the guys that they have that start in there when you have Landon and Becton and a healthy Juergens in there. So my issue is going to be, once again, is the two guys that have the ball the most in their hand. How is Juergens going to be? You know what I would do, Xander, if I were the Commanders? I would line a nose tackle up right over Cam, and I'd fucking pound that guy and find out what kind of health he has.
Yeah.
And I'd put a guy right on his nose, and let's see how that back is holding up. I'd bull rush him. I would do everything I could to test and see how much health that guy has.
I agree 100% because a back is one of those things. You lose power. You're not the same player if your
That's
back's
right.
Yeah.
Dude,
Eric
and that
Lucero.
might be a problem with an – hey, and get this. Cam might be healthy enough to play, but look out for Louvu and look out for Wagner with internal pressure and blitzing in the A-gaps. I'm telling you, keep an eye on that because if that guy's got a back issue, Hurts can't see a fucking blitz to save his life anyway. So he's going to be back there, and those two dudes are injured, and he's in a knee brace. Let's see how that works out here on Sunday.
Good stuff there. Eric Lucetta says Bobby Slowick got fired. Did you see that? I don't know why they fired him.
Wow.
How about him to replace Moore?
He was up for head coaching jobs last year.
Yeah, Bobby Slowick. Yep.
Man.
Fired today. I saw that. And hey, did you see the Raiders hired
Pete Carroll?
Pete Carroll. I thought that was
hire.
interesting. I like it too. That whole division. Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, and now Pete Carroll. That's some old heads in there.
Hired him.
Right. Some old heads in there.
And by the way, you know what Pete's going to do? Pete's going to instill a run game, and you're not going to be leaning on that quarterback. And I guarantee you know what he builds it like? It's going to look like the Eagles, and it's going to look like he did in Seattle with Russell Wilson. Hey, don't be shocked if he gets somebody like Justin Fields out there to be the quarterback in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me at all. Here we go. My bad, Pump missed the first one. JD5 is the end-all, be-all. Hurts' best game is a loss. Go freaking figure. I'm not going to gloss over his fumble 6. We lost by 3 points. Sorry, no faith.
Hey, Pump, man. You're relentless. You think I'm relentless. Pump's relentless.
He's got you beat, man. He's got you beat. Here he is again. Hurts game-clinching touchdown. We have to rely on a pep squeak quarterback.
Oh, my. Wait a minute. Hey, Pump, are you really going to do this to Eagle fans where he has one of the most significant, if not the most significant catch in Eagle history, and then he's going to turn around and knock off the Eagles in the NFC Championship game, spike the ball, look over at Nick, and go, fuck you. Hey, man, Howie. Hey, by the way, I am so sick of Nick Sirianni at every press conference dropping to his one knee and praying at the holy throne of Howie Roseman. Fucking, it's so fucking great to work for a guy like that. I fucking can't believe how the people he puts around me. This is real. I mean, Jesus Christ, you got the job, guy. Does he? Holy cow. I mean, dude, that guy needs a binky with the name Howie on it so he could suck on it all day long. I love me some Howie. Jesus Christ, he's like sucking on the teeth. Let's go, man.
Bro, what do you want me to say to that?
I mean, wait a minute here. I mean, Jesus criminy, man. I mean, he's the greatest guy. I could never.
Oh my God, Sills. That was a pause and a half, but that was. Oh no, did he freeze? Oh no, don't tell me I lost him. Oh my God. Sileo bows out after that. You got to be insane. Don't tell me Silio's bowing out after that. Oh, my God. The Binky Sills. He was punished for that immediately, Tony Allen. He was punished for that immediately. Immediately. He made a Binky noise in the mic, which came through very loud and clear. And he was immediately punished for that. You got to be kidding me. I got a bunch more super chats to read. I want to see if I get Sills back, though. Oh, my God. His internet gets cut. Let's see. Oh, there's the text. Let's see what he says. LOL, he says. Hang on. All right, he'll be back. I'll read a few supers. And I'll reread these to Sills. All right, I'll reread them to Sills. Tony Allen says, Jahan Dotson. 1 reception. I'll take the over. I'll take the under. Sydney Family says, if AJ and Smitty catch those sitters, Hurts 250. Yes, that's a bullshit stat. Bullshit metric, Sydney. Dennis Wood, hey, Big Sills, love the show. This commies team can be scary, but we will not bend. Go Birds. Go Birds, Dennis. We'll see. 41-33 says, I love that name. Skins have been punching people in the mouth this postseason. Birds, different animal, though. Birds will smile when they get hit. Worst feeling in a fight is when you hit them real good and they smile. You're right, but they got to smile in order for that to work out, my friend. They got to smile. Oh, my God. Flexion says they diddy clap Sills. Thor Gunner says, Hurts has the pocket presence of Stevie Wonder. Holy shit. You guys are being hard on the quarterback today. Very hard on the quarterback today. Let's see when this knucklehead gets back up here. Michael J says, Andy, you need to start drug testing the host. Sills with a crazy opening today. First off, I would never drug test anybody. I mean, that is just insane. I do not care what Sileo does in his free time. But his open was incredible, I thought. I thought it was I was genuinely laughing out loud. Legitimately laughing out loud at Big Sills' open. All right? At Big Sills' open today. So, not going to be drug testing, but Richard Rosania checks in. Luvu is a dirty player. Look at his highlights. Dude, who gives a shit? That's a topic for nerds. All right? He's a game-changing player who hits hard. He's a good football player. You know, he hits people. He knocks people out of games. Let the PFF guys call him nerdy. I don't care at all. Mac Main says, we've been programmed to hate our QB. No, we haven't, Mac. Mac, that's the excuse that you've come up with for denying yourself your honest opinion deep down. Mac, I remember back in week 4, me and you were chatting on Twitter or something. And you're like, man, this guy ain't good. He ain't good. You haven't been programmed for shit, man. You're just looking at the talent on the roster and you're like, why doesn't this stuff look better? Why doesn't he get the ball out better? That's what you're saying to yourself. You're not programmed, but I appreciate you, Mac. I agree with this one. Give the whole team a shot and some perks and we'll be fine. Yo, how about Jalen Hurts on the perk? Oh, my God, that was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing at him talking to the dude at the end. Who was the dude he played at Oklahoma with? He was talking to at the end. Hurts was all buttering him up, man. I'm like, I've never seen this side of Jalen. Caleb says, we going to the bowl, man on the mountain. I agree that we're going to the bowl, Caleb. I do agree with that for sure. Where the hell is Sileo? I wasn't ready to do a 4-hour show today. Uh-oh, he just hit me with the hang on. That means he's probably coming back soon. Wayne the Pain checks in. What's up, Wayne? Our O-line is not going to be happy about all this Jalen negativity from around the national press. They will punish the Redskins. Yeah, but Wayne, not all of the negativity is not warranted. Okay? Like I just said to Mac Main, I think everybody looks at this roster and expects to see more. And then they don't see more, so they go to the quarterback. I did think Jordan Mailata's answer, though, was great. Did you happen to see that? Jordan Mailata answering about the Jalen Hurts stuff? I'll read it. Tony, I'll read it. I know you wanted him to hear him say Jahan. I know. Tony, I know how you are. Okay. Sil says it's not coming back up yet. Give me a second. Let me give it a few more minutes. All right, we'll see. Here's Killadelph. My guy Killadelph says, Xander, the perception that outside media created about Jalen Hurts can't throw the ball is false. He just doesn't throw it a lot, but is efficient and wins games. Yeah, but Killadelph, he holds on to the ball. That's a fact. It's a certifiable fact. Killadelph. I never said he can't throw the ball. He just doesn't throw the ball quickly. and he doesn't get the ball to the receivers. NFL is tight windows, man. You got to get the ball out quick. You got to get the ball when they're coming out of their break. Jalen's a second late on almost every single throw he makes. I don't think that's a media created hoax at all. I really don't. I don't think that's a media created hoax. I think that's the honest breakdown of the tape. I was watching QB School on YouTube. I was watching the QB School on YouTube who broke down Jalen in the snow. It was interesting. Interesting stuff to say the least. No doubt about it. Interesting stuff to say the least. Yo, Big Rhythm says, yo, Xander, the Washington stuff on Rocky's a fake picture. I thought it was, Big Rhythm. I thought it was because it's all Redskin stuff. It's all Redskin stuff. There's not even any commie stuff on there. So I did think it was. We're set that Farzy at 4:30. We'll see if he joins. Flexen says they diddy clap Sills. That noise that he made was wild. Was wild. Frank from Philly. Come on, Frank. Hating on Pumper. He says, Pumper is about the fakest person I've seen on JAKIB Sports by far. Get a life, you crumb bum. Frank, someone else's opinion of a football team should not matter to you that much. The sucking noise was it was crazy. It was crazy. I don't know what that was, man. That noise was crazy, man. I hope to get him back. I might have to make a short of that. Marcus, I got birds. I got the birds by a field goal. I got the birds by a field goal, 26-23. And believe it or not, I think Missy Elliott is going to hit the game winner. Missy Elliott's going to hit the game winner. All right. Sounded like my damn vacuum cleaner. No Diddy. I know, man. That was a wild. I got to clip that. This is where I wish I had more manpower. I could just have people to clip stuff for me all the time. Who wants to be an editor for JAKIB Sports? Got to have some abilities, though. All right. I want to teach you everything. Yes, but Xander, understand Jalen Hurts complements this team. There's no way you never miss playoffs and make a Super Bowl and 2 NFC title games if you weren't a good quarterback. Yeah, but Philadelphia. I mean, you're not wrong, but like at the same time, don't you believe that this roster is good? Is good enough to win enough games? I mean, the 7 seed was what, 10-7 this year? 11-7, 11-6. Flexen says, I'll be an editor. Flex, let's do it. Go watch some YouTube tonight on how to edit videos, all right? I'll hire you, Flex. Actually, Flex, I would love to hire you. That would be great, working with Flex. Caleb says, birds by 10. Let's do it. Caleb, I like it. I got birds by 3, brother. I got birds by 3. Tomas checks in. Xander, this team should be flying and demolishing teams, but we're not taking advantage of AJ and Smith because of the passing game. $50 million to do only good enough passing. I hope our defense and Saquon keep up. There you go. That's the take. That's the take. I agree, man. I agree 100%. I agree. Curtis says, in Vic Fangio, I trust. I actually hated hiring his scheme. I thought I'd seen enough, but I underestimated the coach. Me too, Curtis. He's been really freaking good. He's been really good, man. And Tony Allen. Tony, where are you? You are where? What country is your knucklehead ass in? Because you're a funny ass dude. You come in here and you say some, Tony, you be saying some goofy stuff in the chat, man. Tony, I'm like the JAKIB all-thing eye. I see everything on JAKIB. Where you at, Tony? London, UK. You and Anton are going to work together. Get ready for small hands. Nah, he's not coming in. Yeah, Twiz, me too. It's my deficiency. I have no idea. I suck at it, man. I suck at it. I really do. I'd love to. Look, think about how much content we make. Think about how many moments we've had this season that I should have a better collection of. I know, believe me, like I wish I had it. I really do. I should have a way better shorts collection of all the great moments of Big Sills' opens. And then also ones of Sileo and I You know, we've had some great moments this year. I should have way more. It upsets me, honestly. It really does. So don't make me think about it. It upsets me. All right? It upsets me. Do you, Brian? Send him over, man. I'll Brian's had some funny supers. Caleb says, I didn't talk about it Sunday, but Fangio last drive when he made the changes and not the death by 1,000 cuts, his changes was elite. Love it. You talking about late in the game? Caleb, those last 2 drives? Because the last 2 drives, the one was brutal, but I guess the last one was all right. Gary, I know, man. I need to have more. I need to have more. I promise you. I need to have more. And I'm aware of it. Believe me, I'm aware of it. You know, one dude was in here commenting, Xander, the show seems successful. Why don't you go buy Sileo a $10,000 generator? I'm like, I don't know. Apparently, JAKIB Nation, money grows on trees. Theodore, where's the thumbs down button? Ah, Theodore, take your hat off, Theodore. Go cry somewhere else, dude. Mad Max says there's a big difference between Purdy and Hurts. Purdy can read a defense, throw with anticipation, and throw receivers open. There is a big difference between the 2 quarterbacks. They're not the same style at all. And like I just said, it's kind of what I said, Mad Max, about Jalen throwing the ball to kill it. Wayne, he's supposed to, but if I don't have Sileo, you know, I can interview Farzi, but Sileo would do it way better. Sil's text me, brother, cable's out. This is fucked up. Yes. Okay. I see what you're saying, Caleb. Caleb says, very last drive, one before was bad, but corrected. Got it. Yeah, because the second to last one was brutal. And Caleb, I don't really know why you liked the last one so much other than Jalen Carter wreaking havoc on the game. Because they were down at the 13-yard line, dude. They were down at the 13-yard line, and they started inside their own 20. Remember, the dude who was receiving the punt let the ball bounce, which was a terrible move by the punt returner, by the way. Kyrie says, I need Sills. You and me both, brother. I'm no Sills. I'll never try and be either. He is a one-of-one personality on the channel. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Buddy with the $2. Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. All right, let me take a commercial break. Let me take a commercial break here and see. What am I getting a pause for now? Mac, why are you pausing me, man? I don't know. Sometimes I say shit up here. Don't even realize I say it. Buddy says, I can clip for you. I can make a few for you tonight, and you can let me know if you like them, my G. Go Birds. Do it, man. Email me up. Email me, buddy. I'll check them out, brother. If you want to do some work, I would love that. I would love that. There you go. Email. There's my email. Samuel Shepard says, Xander, interview Farzi. You need to up your Italian anyway. You know, Sam, my mother is 100% Italian. My mom comes from a 100% Italian family. Her mother and father were 100% Italian, and her grandparents were both off the boat, straight off the boat from Italy. Straight off the boat. I think sales canceled Farzi, so we'll see. Mesmerize says, we all do. Yeah, no doubt. All right, everybody. I'm trying to figure out what's going on with Big Sills. I think he might be done. Let me take a commercial break and call him. All right. All right. Mike wants to play technicality. Nobody's 100% Italian. Yeah, nobody's 100% of anything, Mike. If you go back long enough. Man, what the fuck, Mike? Dumb comment. All right, let me take the commercial break here. Right now on the show, I'm going to try and get Sileo back. If not, I don't know. I'm going to have to end the show. All right. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to end the show. I know it's not enough content for you guys during the NFC Championship week. It sucks, but it is what it is. All right. Let me take a commercial break. We'll be right back in 3 minutes.
Ignite your nights with free live entertainment daily, only at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia's Center Bar. 7 days a week, enjoy some of the region's top party bands, performers, and DJs as they take the stage in the heart of the casino action. Great cocktails, live music, and lively moments. It's all happening at Center Bar at Live Casino and Hotel Philadelphia. Visit livecasinophilly.com for more details and the complete list of upcoming events. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. counselor.
The following is a real testimonial from the father of a young injured victim.
I didn't think she was going to make it.
Major Perry's daughter was the victim of a horrific accident caused by someone else's negligence.
If you don't find the right counselor, law firm that you're looking for, you will get lost in the wilderness.
Badly injured? Call the Fritz and Bianculli Law Firm at 215-458-2222 and find out why they say, "We got this."
In our hometown, we all look out for each other. We step up to keep our communities going strong. And at Independence Blue Cross, we're here to keep you going strong as the #1 health insurer in the region. No IBX is always looking out for you.
We noticed that there was mold creeping into our basement about a year and a half ago and wanted to make sure that we were getting rid of the problem permanently. We actually reached out to several different contractors to get it resolved, and actually 2 of them recommended DryTech to us as a long-term solution. Other than the noise factor, we wouldn't even know that there was work being done on the basement level. It's really been a clean process for us.
Score and save this football season on your car insurance. Before the next game, save up to 40% on your auto insurance policy. That's right, 40% savings. Call an audible this season and contact the Del Val Insurance Group. They're an advocate for you, not an insurance company. That means they'll get you the right coverage and save you up to 40%. Call managing partners Fran or Jim of Del Val Insurance, 215-354-0122, or score and save at dvigi.com. dvigi.com.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Welcome back in, everybody, to the National Football Show. I'm obviously not your host, Dan Sileo. All right, I am not your host, Dan Sileo. I'm Xander Krause, host of the Birds 365 and the JAKIB pre- and post-game show here. Appreciate everybody watching today. Big Sil's having some internet issues, still trying to get back up with everything going out in California. He did call me during the break and said I might get back up. So I'm going to give him another couple of minutes here and see if he can get back up. He just texted me again. Hang on. So I think he's going to get back up at least one time. So we will see here what happens with Big Sills. If not, I'm going to end the show. Okay, I got a bunch of other work to do. Tony wants the other. Look what I just got. I told you guys about this, though. All right, this just delivered. This is the JAKIB sign, the neon JAKIB sign. All right, that's going to go on the wall. So that just delivered to me today. I'm excited about that. I got the email that thing delivered, and I was pumped up about that. All right, good stuff there. Bro, been on live stream all day. Yeah, Roy, last 2 days, man. I've been on live all day. Roy says, F Philly. We're coming for you, Roy. We're coming for you, motherfucker. We're coming for you. We're coming for you. TK, I got your DM, brother. Congrats on the win. He says, we aren't getting the respect as usual, so let's continue to hunt. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. KCA says, open that thing now. Yeah, no, I'm not going to open it now. It is green. It is green, so it is green. Let's see if I can get Big Sills back up in here. Flex, what are you crying at now? Did I say something? I swear, I always say something up here that people that people laugh at, and I don't know what I said. Flex, what are you laughing at? Let me see if I can get it. I think Sills is coming back. Peter Riley says, Kango Xander with a green heart. Maybe I got to go green Kango. The green one. I should go with the green one today. No, but Tony, I want to. I'd like to reach out to him and say, come on, will you guys send me some hats? Not only do I wear one 90% of days on the show, but I got 10 of them hanging next to me. And I got about 10 more over here. So I'd like to get the sponsorship, Tony. Philadelphia says it's about to get extra aggressive. Commanders about to get trashed at the link. You think so, Philadelphia? What is your score prediction for this one, Philadelphia? What's your score prediction, Philadelphia? AR says D will win this game. Jalen Carter needs to inflict pain. I think he will. AR. He's. Did you hear what? I think it was Shady McCoy who said Aaron Donald was talking to him and said this guy is going to be the next me. He's the next me. So, yeah, I don't know, man. Jalen Carter's a freaking beast. There's no doubt about it. I appreciate all the super chats coming in today. Did we reach our super chat goal? Oh, too short. Too short. Only 2 supers left from reaching our goal. So that's pretty cool that you guys got those in for me, though. Mac Main says Kangas and perks for everybody. Perk Jalen Perks was a different cat. All right. Tony Allen, I'm wearing my Jahan jersey on Sunday. Tony, don't wear that. Tony, don't wear that. Syrian or whatever your name is, 72. Appreciate you kept coming to member earlier. But it always is. You remember last year we went to an overtime game with them versus Sam Howell. I'm like, dude, you got to be kidding me. Flexen's rocking his new Barkley jersey. I love it. Finest merch. Good stuff. Barkley, yeah. Jahan does have a postseason TD. Don't tell Tony Allen that. He'll shit himself. All right, let me see where Sills is at. I want to make sure because we have Farzi. I don't know if he canceled Farzi or not. Little production on the fly. Welcome to live programming, everybody. Here's the super chat goal. Mac Main, that's dope of you, bro. That's dope. I appreciate that. 1 super away from that goal. Appreciate everybody. Brian Fleming, I emailed you the 2 clips if you want to laugh later. Let me look. Did we hit the goal? It says 1. No, it still says 29 to 30 for me. The $2 one didn't satisfy it. I think it's got to be 5. Brian Fleming. My favorite part is J-Mac answered them honestly. That's how committed he is to journalism. Great email. Great email from Brian Fleming. Brian, I'll check them out when I'm done. All right. Jay Parker for the Big Sills Generator Fund. Look at that. Only $9,880 to go. All right, here's what we're going to do for Big Sills. I think Big Sills is done. He's not getting back up today. All right, so very unfortunate, but it is what it is. What he wants to do to make up for it for all you guys is maybe we're going to do a show on Saturday. All right, maybe we're going to do a show on Saturday. So we'll maybe do, if you guys are up for it, if you guys are tuned in, if you want to check it out after or before, we're going to try and do maybe a show tomorrow and make up for some content. Maybe we'll do an hour tomorrow, whatever it is. So we'll see what Big Sills does. Unfortunate, obviously, today that his internet fell out. So it held up for a little bit. And we did get a legendary open from him, which I thought was great. So good stuff there. And we did hit our 30 super chat goal. So big thanks to all of you guys for doing it. We appreciate it. You guys are the freaking best. That's going to do it for the show today. Again, I'm sorry. What I will try and do tonight is a recap of practice again with John McMullen. All right. So we had Cam Jurgens and Dallas Goedert. We're back out there, and I'm hoping to be able to do that. Now, Tony says, what time on Saturday? It all depends on Big Sills. I know Big Sills likes to do it early. So maybe 10 a.m. our time or 10 a.m. Eastern maybe. So we'll see how that goes. But I appreciate everybody being here. Sorry about the lack of content the last couple of days. Obviously, some of the things are out of our control. Some of the things that we can obviously do better, and I'll take that accountability. I should obviously have a lot of that stuff set up for Big Sills, and I don't. So that's on me. You guys can put that one on me. And again, I appreciate you guys. And a lot of you, Big Sills told me a lot of you guys reached out to him yesterday, and I asked you guys to reach out to him. So I appreciate you guys doing that, man. That meant a lot to him. So good stuff. Caleb Brandon says, Puka just made great play out, but outside of that, he let our DBs play, send some pressure, and didn't sit back in zone. We needed that in the clutch. I agree. That's a good take. It's a good takeaway, Caleb Brandon. I appreciate it, brother. Brian Pumper said, Kellen Moore turned down the Cowboys. Cowgirls are down bad. Is that true? Did that now come out? Kyrie, there's always a level of accountability in life that I think people should take. But I do understand what you're saying. I can't run the state of California, but if it was an issue and I knew it was an issue, maybe I should have put away some funds and, got Sileo to set up with a generator and stuff. But again, money doesn't grow on trees, so I wasn't able to do it, but I gotta think. Slager says I made that take 10 minutes ago. My bad, bro. I can only read the ones I see. All right, everybody. I appreciate it. Tony. See you, Tony. Slager, appreciate it, brother. Flex. I'll catch you later, Flex. See you guys next time.